Hello YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making a Fallout 76 video. Today we're going to show you where to find some radroaches. I'm sure they're all over the place, but there's a couple of spots that I'm going to point out for those that need to quickly find them, depending on where you are on the map. So one of the places you can find two radroaches is at Pricketts Fort. I will show you where to get those exactly at Pricketts Fort. One's in a locked room and then one's in kind of a bedroom area. Another place to get a radroach is at the Lighthouse. So if you're down this area, there's one that spawns at the top of the tower. So if you really want it, it'll be a little tedious. You could just server hop 5 times, or how many radroaches. Now this will also take care of the challenge about killing big bugs. So if that challenge shows up and you have to kill big bugs, that's one place. This will help that as well, because it's any radroaches will be the same thing. Same thing for ticks and things like that as well. Okay, so the Lighthouse is a second location you can find a radroach. Another location is Morgantown. There's a room where the stash box is. If you know where that's a little office room. There's a stash box. It's right next to the that little warehouse that has a fusion generator outside. If you just cross over, it's a little bit down. There's a room that has a stash box. I think it's a little garage with probably a tractor or something inside. A radroach is in there all the time, so it's consistent. Again, if you want to server hop and jump 5 times or how many times you need, you'll find a radroach over there. And then finally, this is probably a spot that I would go if you have to kill a lot of radroaches. There's some cabins up here, just across from the White Spring Resort. There's actually 3. There's kind of like a little outhouse kind of at the back here, away from the cabins. There's one in there, and then the top cabin has 2 or 3 radroaches as well. Now this area does have some larger enemies such as red scorpions, yowie bears, the honeybees, so just watch out for those. But what you could do is, I normally come from the top and I hit the top cabin first, and then you can actually sneak into this cabin here if you're careful. So if you're high level and it doesn't really matter, just take out those enemies, and then you'll be able to take out those radroaches as well, right? So there's some locations that will help you get those radroaches if you're looking for them. And I'm sure there's many other places that have roads. Another place is down by Morgantown, by where you get the lead. In the lead room, or the little gym room, there's a radroach in there as well. I believe there's probably a few in Flatwoods that you could probably find. But that's another location that you could potentially look at. I think some of these resorts around these sort of new River George Resort probably has a bunch of radroaches, among other things as well. But anyway, so let me show you where to find the radroaches at Pricketts Fort, where I'm at the location right now. Okay, so we sort of head in. Normally you'd spawn in this little parking lot at the bottom here. We're just going to head up to the top here where the other houses are. I just have my camp at the top here, which is pretty convenient. There's a lot of resources in the Pricketts Fort, a lot of wood. If you're looking for a lot of wood, this is the place to be, especially if you're doing those wood challenges where you have to pick up 100 wood. I'll show you quickly. Yeah, there's stacks and stacks of wood. There's a whole bunch here, and pretty much every room or cabin in Pricketts Fort has wood in the fireplace, next to the fireplace, outside. There's just tons of wood here, so you could hit this pretty quickly. Anyway, so we just there's this one of the robots here, I guess, kind of on the left. As we entered there's a radroach in this room. You need level lock 1 to unlock that. And then just to the right in this room here is another radroach in that bedroom. Anyway, let's go ahead and unlock this room first, and then we'll head over to the other room. You will obviously need bobby pins to get in here. Okay, normally he's just under the counter there. Under the shelf, rather. Okay, there's some ammo boxes and things in here as well. Explosive boxes. And then just to the right, and underneath the bed is another Radroach. And like I said, there's a ton of resources, things to collect, a huge amount of loot here that you can collect. There's also a outhouse here with a vault dweller that has caps in it, so don't forget, if you're not aware, just this one down here at the bottom, over there in the corner there, it has a vault dweller and it has a random amount of caps in there, so grab that when you're out there. Let me quickly show you my camp here while we're about it. There's also there, you can get the war era outfits in the corner here. If you guys aren't aware of that, just look it up. There's probably a whole bunch of videos on YouTube. Oh, I'm probably not going to be able to get up there. Oh, I'm not going to get up. I might just need to go around here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. If you aren't a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe. It does help out the channel. If you'd like to see my camp, continue watching. I'll quickly show you the camp location that I chose. It has a beautiful, nice little pond overlooking Fort Pricketts, or Pricketts Fort rather. It also has a built-in water purifier that doesn't work for whatever reason. You can power it up, but it doesn't actually give you any water. Let me show you, since I'm at this location, let me show you where the body is for the war era outfit here quick. So if you sort of come up this road, you're going to find a bunch of enemies. Different enemies are going to spawn various times. You'll see robots, ghouls, scorch, deathclaws, all sorts of different enemies will be around this area. But you sort of spawn in the parking lot there, and there's a road, and you pretty much just run up that road, and then you stick to this cliff here. And if you run around along the cliff, you'll get this flat area just to the left of it, and it's going to be various things here. There'll be vertibirds, grave sites, there's going to be super mutants, there's going to be tents. But if you're lucky, you're going to find the war era body. It's going to be on the ground here. A lot of the times there'll just be nothing there, or just be an empty piece of land. You just keep server hopping and you'll eventually get it. And if you're in a team, it's better to be in a team, because then you can switch to your old character, and every old character that you have will have a chance to find, you know, the top hat recipe, plan, or the outfit, the dress, the era dress, very pretty dress. Very hard to get the dress though, it doesn't spawn that often. Even the top hat plan is quite rare. But you can actually sell the top hats for between 30 and 40 caps a pop. And it only takes one cloth to actually make the hat. So very easy, very cheap to make things, and you get a lot of caps when you sell it to the vendors. Okay, so I'm just up on the hill there. I'll show you. I built some stairs at the bottom here. I do have a better video on my campsite here. So check that out if you'd like. But I wanted to be able to build some stairs at the bottom so I could just walk up. You can actually walk around. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't build some stairs to the bottom just because I wanted to have access to the pond as well as to this bottom piece. But you can actually jump up here on these rocks, and there's actually a little ledge here. Let me see how high I am. Oh yeah, you can actually just run along the ledge here. So if you build it in the right spot, you'll be able to jump onto a platform, and then you can actually run up without having to run all the way around, which is kind of cool. And as you can see, we've got a beautiful view of the space station thing down there at the bottom, Pricketts Fort. There's this beautiful pond at the top here. The little this purifier on the left here never produces any water, unfortunately. Not sure why, but you can put either some. As you can see, even with the steps in the front, I can probably put in another couple of water purifiers probably. But I've got these water pumps here, work just as well. We'll just place, got a little tent, you've got some additional resources, you sometimes will find recipes. I found a plan here before. You can find a whole bunch of wood as well. There's some other resources at the top here that will respawn over time, which is kind of cool. You've got this, like I said, a gorgeous pond. You've got bloodleaf in the pond. Obviously looks much better during the day. But anyway, so yeah, let's have my camp up here. It's pretty cool. As you can see, gorgeous views. It's got a lead vein on the right there, and I believe it's got an aluminum vein on the left, either aluminum or iron vein on the left. There you go. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any comments and put them in the comment section.